Hi friends, it's Gwen. So I'm being very quiet because my husband's sleeping in the next room and this room is adjacent to our bedroom. But I'm going to work on my shelves and I'm going to do like a once over and pull books off of there that I no longer wish to either own or read. Let's do it. That over there is the huge Unhaul pile. As you can see, there's quite a few books. Tonight, I'm filming at night. I'm doing a massive Unhaul. I don't know if you can see these huge gaps in my shelf, but I do have clips to insert, so it's all going to be like an unhaul-y kind of video. And I'm going to show you all the books here in a second. They're all stacked up beside me. I have no idea how many books that I'm unhauling. I did a serious look over my shelves, and these are books that I have read and I have no desire to reread, either because I didn't love them or they weren't my favorite by that author. I decided to keep all of my Patricia Cornwell books, and I made a list of I printed out a list. I didn't make this list. I printed out a list of all of her K. Scarpetta books. There are 24 books in the K. Scarpetta series currently out and published right now. I am missing 5 of them. I am missing Postmortem, which I just went onto Amazon and ordered. And then I am missing All That Remains, From Potter's Field, Cause of Death, and her newest one from last year, Chaos. So I'm missing, like in order of 1 through 24, I'm missing 1, 3, 6, 7, and 24. So they're at the very top. You can never see them. I think I showed a clip of it though. These are books that I do not know if I'm going to keep or not. I have decided that I'm going to make it a mission to see this year if I want to keep those books. Obviously, it's a huge collection. 24 books is a lot of books, and these are usually the larger, you know, hardbacks. I ordered Postmortem because it's the first book in the series introducing us to Dr. K. Scarpetta, and I don't think I've ever read that one in all of my years reading Patricia Cornwell books. So my plan is to read Postmortem, and if I like it, to continue with Body of Evidence. I'm going to try to see, I want to start at the beginning of the series, so obviously I need that one, but I already have the second book in the series. So I'm hoping in January that I could at least read like the first 2 books in the series and kind of get a taste of them again. And if I enjoy them as much as I used to, then I will continue in this series, hoping to read 2 books of these 24 a month in order. So if I read 2 of them a month, I should finish them by this time next year. So that's the plan. If for some reason along the way, like I decide not to, you know, continue on, then I'm unhauling the entire series and I'm just going to be done with it. Also, before I get into like the unhaul portion, the books that I am 100% getting rid of, I set 4 books aside. I set these 4 books aside, and these are books that my initial reaction when I was just looking over my shelves was, I don't know if I want to get rid of this book or not. So I'm on the fence of these 4 books, and what I thought I would do is unhaul the rest and read the first chapter of these books, these 4 books. If the first chapter convinces me to keep it and continue on, I will. If it doesn't, I'm getting rid of it. I'm not going to read past the first chapter though, because I don't think you should have to. So the first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Heard mixed things. I don't know if I'll like it because it's fantasy and I'm not a like huge fantasy reader. So I'm going to read the first chapter and see what I think. The problem with keeping this is that it's the first book in a trilogy series. So I'm not sure if I want to make the commitment. I'll read the first chapter and decide from there. Next one is Unseen Messages by Pepper Winters. She's a self-published author, kind of like an indie author. This is one that I found in the thrift store. I've read one book by her before and I loved it. She's a new adult romance kind of writer. The reason why I'm hanging on to this one is because it's signed, but it's kind of chunky, so I'm a little like worried about it. I figured I would give it a try. I would read the first chapter because it seems like it's something that I would like, but I don't know. I don't know anything about it really, except for there's like these 2 people, they meet on a plane, there's unseen messages. Yeah, unseen messages. I don't know. I'm going to try the first chapter and see what I think. Okay, the next one is one that I like pretty much recently hauled from Book Outlet. It's called The Distance from Me to You. And I really hope that I like this. It's about 2 best friends that there's this one girl, she wants to hike the Appalachian Trail from Maine to Georgia with her best friend, but when her friend backs out, McKenna is determined to go through the dangerous trip on her own. And while on the trail, she meets Sam, and you know, they kind of, I'm sure there's like a romance and all of that. But it's a gripping tale of survival. It's brimming with humor and heart. So it sounds like something that would be really cool. So I'm going to give it a try and see if it is. If it just turns out to be like one of those average contemporary stories, I'm going to skip it and unhaul it. And the last one that I was on the fence about is a recent fantasy book that I got in my uppercase box, and that's Rosemarked. I'm not a huge fantasy reader. As you will see in this unhaul, I'm unhauling a lot of fantasy books, but I just got this one. I want to give it a try before I just like immediately ditch it out and see what I think. So these are the 4 books that I am on the fence about. Now this video is probably going to be a little long, so let's take a break. I'm going to take a breather. You're going to go get something to drink and a little snack because you're going to need it. This is going to be a lengthy video. Let's jump into it. Are you ready? I'm ready. These are all sorts of books. I have like little coffee table books. I have little fun books. I have poetry. I have Harry Potter books. I have books that I've read, books that I haven't, books I've been gifted, copies that I have multiple copies of or different versions of. I have authors I love, authors I don't even know. So let's go ahead and jump in as long as you have your snack. Okay, so the first one is Think Happy, Be Happy, an Art Inspiration Joy book. I bought this at the store for $8.95. I just thought it was really cute to have around and give you a little bit of like a dose of inspiration. It's super cute. It has all these like great little quotes in there. And my favorite thing to do was always to like flip through it, live simply, dream big, be grateful, give, love, laugh lots. So I really do like this, but I never read it. I never do it. I never do the flip through thing. So I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, Okay, next up is Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a book that I got in my uppercase subscription box, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I got this in my uppercase subscription box. It's supposed to be like a Beauty and the Beast thing, but it's fantasy. I haven't read it. I'm not really interested. Next up is a Mary Kate Andrews book. This is an author. She's like a chick lit kind of contemporary author. I enjoy her books, but they're not really like reread material in my opinion. This is one that I have not read, and it's Beach Town. I have attempted the first chapter of this book in the past and it wasn't really gripping me, so I'm gonna let it go. Okay, the next book is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I'm getting rid of this one because I have my brand new copy that I purchased, and this was just one that I picked up in a thrift store or something. It's in really good condition. Still gonna let it go. Then I have The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. This is another book that doesn't really fit on my shelf. I've read it. I enjoyed it. Gonna let it go. I also have Roseblood by A.G. Howard. I believe I got this in my Outcrate box. I did, because it still has the little letter from the author and the signed book plate right here, but I have been hearing that this is not really a great retelling of the Phantom of the Opera, and the writing is in this red color, which I think is like super cool, but at the same time I think it will kind of like hurt my eyes. Again, it kind of feels, it's a retelling, but it kind of feels fairy tale-ish. Okay, a couple of yoga books that I'm going to get rid of. Yoga and Ayurveda, Self-Healing and Self-Realization, and Yoga for Your Type, an Ayurvedic approach to yoga. So I'm getting rid of both of these, and I hope that someone else out there can get more use out of them than I was able to. Some more coffee table books. I'm getting rid of Pretty Happy, Healthy Ways to Love Your Body by Kate Hudson. I had all the best intentions to read this. Never happened. Getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of Chopsticks. This is a very interesting way to tell a story. It's told all through pictures and stuff like that. Very interesting concept. Just not going to make it. I'm also getting rid of Wonder Book, the illustrated guide to creating imaginative fiction. I was writing for a very long time. This is something that I want to put in somebody else's hands while they're currently working on something. I do not have time in my life, or it is not a priority in my life right now to work on my story. So I'm going to give this away in hopes that it can help someone else, and then when I need it, I'll pick up a copy. So getting rid of A Lifetime of Secrets. Love this, love reading through it, but I've done it, I'm over it. And I have Post Secret. Again, it's one of those really kind of like multimedia secrets. Yeah. Yeah, I really like these. Some of them make you sad, some of them you laugh, but yep. Done with it. And then I'm getting rid of my copy of The Life of Charles Dickens. Again, I think this is beautiful. I love the double dust jacket. I think that someone will enjoy it much more than I was able to. Another little small book is a Whodunit Mysteries. They're little like stories and you have to try to find out who done it. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm also getting rid of Mouthful of Forevers. It's a poetry collection that I really did not enjoy. I'm getting rid of Lavender by Christopher Poindexter, another poetry collection. Chasers of the Light, Poems from the Typewriter series by Taylor Knott Gregson. I'm getting rid of Lacebone Beast and Memories by Lang Leave and Dear Stranger by Jenny Brown. I'm getting rid of Blue Ridge Sunrise by Denise Hunter. Not really sure what this one is about. It's one I got sent from the Fiction Guild, and it's just not something that would like pique my interest. I'm getting rid of Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall. This is one that I really it kind of like, I don't really remember much of it, but I don't think I liked it that much. I think it made it on my worst books of the year list. It's so unforgettable, but the cover's gorgeous. Getting rid of my copy, my little book day free sampler of Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. It is the complete story. I like it, but I think she's reprinting these, or she's having them published like her short stories that she's written like in novel form. So I'd rather have that than this, but I really did enjoy the story. Rainbow Rowell is one of my favorites, but it's just like a little thing and I don't have anywhere on my shelf to put it. I'm also getting rid of A Place at Our Table that I got sent. I'm getting rid of The Crooked Path, another one that I was sent. I'm getting rid of The Anatomy of Curiosity by Maggie Stiefvater, Tessa Groton, and Brenna another author. I got what I needed to out of here. This is again something I picked up when I was working on my book. But yeah, for the writers out there, I'm hoping they'll get more use out of it than I did. It is tabbed to hell and back, so I don't even know if I should leave those in there, take them out. I don't know. Back, the Square Root of Summer. I feel bad that I'm getting rid of this because I went through hell and back to get a dust jacket from Alex. Alex, I do appreciate it. I just don't think I'm going to get to the story. I'm getting rid of An Enchantment of Ravens. I recently received this in my uppercase subscription box, but everybody that has read it that like enjoys fantasy did not like it. So if people that don't like fantasy did not enjoy it, I'm sure that I will not enjoy it. I'm getting rid of The Austen Escape, another book that I was sent. I'm getting rid of this copy of The Little Prince. We have like 2 other copies. I'm getting rid of Dark Breaks the Dawn. This is one that I've tried. It's a fantasy. I wasn't really getting into it. Letting it go. I'm getting rid of The Girl Against the Universe. I think I have attempted to unhaul this before, probably on several occasions. It deals with anxiety though, and that's why I want to hang on to it. Grade novel, The Meaning of Maggie. I'm also getting rid of Between Two Skies, and I did start reading this. I put it down, not really interested in picking it back up. I'm getting rid of A Short History of the Girl Next Door. I know Jessie the reader said this was really good, but I just don't think it's my type of humor. And I'm also getting rid of By Your Side by Casey West. I'm going to take this sampler, this chapter sampler of Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. I'm just going to drop it with these books. How to Be Alone. Loved this one, but I'm kind of done with it, and I think that it will help somebody else. I'm getting rid of Honeybee. It's poems. I thought, I was like, I should read it. It will be so quick, but I'm not going to waste my time. I'm also getting rid of Hidden, which also sounds very intriguing, and I was wanting to hold on to it for a while, but then I was like, never gonna happen. I'm getting rid of Love and Misadventures by Lang Leave. I'm getting rid of another Tyler Knott Gregson, All the Words Are Yours, Haiku on Love. This one's signed, still getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of Lemonade and Other Poems Squeezed from a Single Word. I did do a full review of this on my channel. I thought it was interesting, but I mean, it's not really rereadable or anything. I am sending this out the door unread, The Auroras by David St. John, just because like I always reach for other poetry, and I don't think his is going to be modern poetry. I'm not really sure, so I'm just going to like let it go. Okay, I'm also getting rid of this, it's kind of like a graphic novel. I guess it is a graphic novel. It's not kind of like it is. It's Plum Dog, and there's actually like a new edition out. I really enjoyed it, but I'm not planning on like collecting them or anything. I read it. I enjoyed it. I can use the space on my shelf for something else. I'm also getting rid of this really cool copy of Harry Potter. This is the 5th book on The Order of the Phoenix. And it comes in this box. So this is what the box looks like. And then this is what the dust jacket looks like. And on the inside it looks really cool too. So I should probably keep this because it's like a collector's edition. But I already have the 5th book. I already have the 5th book up there, and even though I think that this one is in better shape, I just think that having the matching covers is like better for me personally and my quirky little habits. So I'm going to get rid of this in hopes that another Potter fan comes across this and squeals with excitement when they find it. I'm getting rid of Let It Snow, the 3 holiday stories by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. I enjoyed this. It wasn't my favorite by John Green, but I did enjoy it. I just don't ever see myself picking it up again. I'm also getting rid of The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I'm getting rid of 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson, which I feel like an idiot because I had a copy of this book. I unhauled it. I bought this copy, and here I am unhauling it again. I'm also getting rid of Beautiful You by Chuck Palahniuk. This was such an interesting read. It made you uncomfortable, like in all the best ways. But yeah, I'm not going to reread it. And yeah, it's time to let it go. Moved a little bit because I'm going to try to like do it quickly. Okay, so next one is P.S. I Like You by Casey West. I read it. It was okay. I gave it 3 stars. I'm not sure what the hype is with Casey West, but maybe like if you're younger, this would be like swoon worthy, but at my age, not really so swoon worthy. Gonna let it go. I'm also getting rid of Vengeance Road by Aaron Bowman. I did read this year. It was pretty good. It was very westerny, which I didn't like, but it was good and it fit with the story at the same time. But I'm not continuing on in the series, even though I think the second book follows like a different person and it's a different situation. The covers match and I think they would be so gorgeous on a shelf together. I'm not about that life anymore. Next is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rush. I read this and I did enjoy it, but I don't love it enough to continue, even though I have the second book somewhere. I'm getting rid of My True Love Gave to Me, the UK edition of the 12 holiday romance stories. It's so beautiful. It's in such good condition. I hope someone finds it and loves it. Did you see that magic? I'm getting rid of The Sky Is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. I almost wanted to get rid of I'll Give You the Sun, but I decided to hang on to that one for now. That one may or may not go in the future, but I'm definitely getting rid of this one because I didn't enjoy it. I'm getting rid of this copy of Go Ask Alice because I have the mass market paperback. And even though the mass market paperback, that like actual book is not the one that I initially read and fell in love with, it's the same edition, like, you know, it's the mass market paperback and that's what I initially read it in. And I do have a connection to that book and I wish I wouldn't have lost it so many times. But these little square editions, I really love this book. So I have Letting Anna Go and Go Ask Alice. And I'm just going to let both of these go. I have Song of the Current, another one that I never did get to. I think that someone else out there might like it a little bit more than me, but I wasn't hearing like super great things about this, so. Okay, next up, it was a hard decision, but I'm letting go of The Diary of Frida Kahlo. It's her diary, it's her actual photocopied diary, like including all of her art in it and stuff like that. And then in the back, it's transcribed, so page by page you can kind of go, and I have highlighted it in it a little bit just because I did use this for one of my classes, but yeah, I'm gonna let it go. I love this artist, but I'm never gonna like read through it again, I don't think, so hopefully someone will find it and love it. This is one of the Mary Kate Andrew books that I did read. It's a signed edition, Save the Date. I really did enjoy this one. But yeah, it's just not something that I see myself rereading, and so I'm going to let it go. Then Hidden Memory of Objects was a terrible book. It didn't make sense. It didn't really deliver what the synopsis said it would, so I'm letting that one go. Another Mary Kate Andrews book, Spring Fever. Enjoyed that one. Okay, now this book, First We Were Four, this was probably the worst book that I read. So boring, so drawn out. Ugh. Okay, I'm also getting rid of Ladies' Night by Mary Kate Andrews. I'm getting rid of Ice Like Fire, which is the follow-up to Snow Like Ashes. Last three books, Summer Rental by Mary Kate Andrews. I think this is my favorite one because it deals with three friends. I think they're in their mid-30s at the crossroads of life and love. So if you want to try like a chick lit book, try Mary Kate Andrews' Summer Rental. This is one. I got this book for like 99 cents, you guys. Or no, maybe it was like 25. It could have been between 25 cents and $1 that I got this book for. Okay, I'm getting rid of Will Grayson because I hated this book with a fiery passion. And I tried The Book Thief and I didn't like it. So it's been DNF'd, and that is the last book of this massive unhaul. Okay guys, I am getting rid of 69 books in this unhaul. I feel so much better about it. You can kind of see this couch right here that has all this crap on it. It still has all of my books that I've been pulling for end of the year videos. So I need to do a bookshelf organization, get all of these back on there. That will be in a separate video. And then hopefully I will be doing a bookshelf tour at the end. So I know you guys, some of you guys have been telling me to do one, and I want to go ahead and try to do that this year. It will be my first book tour ever. But for now, 69 less books clogging my life and dragging me down. And depending on how the Kay Scarpetta series goes, that might be 24 more books added to that. So, and then I do have those 4 that I set aside that I'm going to read chapters of, and we'll see if I get rid of those or if I keep them. For now, they're a keep. But that's all for today's video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you're watching this video. I'm a little tired and a little out of breath. 69 books gone. Good job. Anyway, like I said, hope you're having a great day or night, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!